This week's Who Would Win is Stanley Yelnats, Shia LaBeouf's character from Holes, the main guy from Holes, versus Ed from Good Burger. We talked about how Ed, in a high pressure situation, that's when Ed's brain starts working, which makes a lot of sense to me.
Before we continue, though, you have to give me your best. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order?
Fuck.
I'll give you mine.
Okay.
I didn't practice this at all. I'm gonna be. This is gonna be so bad.
Yeah. Good thing we're doing it for thousands of people.
Fuck, this is gonna be bad. Like, I can hear the way that it's gonna come out, and it's not it, but I can't figure out how to change it. I can't get it there. Oh, it's gonna be bad. All right, I just gotta say, welcome. Oh,
see you fucked up by bailing. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, let me hear you go.
I was so nervous watching you just then. Has given me more confidence than I've ever had in my life. Does it have to be like Ed?
Yeah,
try to sound like Ed.
That's what I was trying to do.
I get my neck loose. Oh God, something cracked. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Oh God, I could feel the audio peak.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't good. But I was trying to.
The order was good.
I was trying to not do it quite Ed. Like I want to do it. Like
a little on Ed.
My take on it would be full surfer guy.
Yeah. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order?
Let me tell you something. If I was Nickelodeon casting, you would not have gotten the part of Ed, but you would have been in that movie. That was a line reading like, we can find something for this guy. Yeah. He's not going to get the part that he's auditioning for, but like,
we can put him somewhere. We should get him somewhere.
Yeah, we'll find a spot for him in that movie. That was really good.
Appreciate that. I just have a great stage presence.
That's true. That is true. As far as based on your karaoke, focusing up.
Yeah, back to where we are.
So, the Ed high pressure situations. That's where he really excels. Stanley Yelnats is honestly, he's a ball of anxiety. He's very, very anxious guy.
It's tough though, because you can say this about both characters. Like, the problem with Ed is that he gets him, like, he does stupid shit and finds himself into like situations. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not a thinker for almost all of the time until, again, like you said, those high pressure situations. And that's kind of a progression that you see over the course of that movie. Now, Stanley is kind of the same way, because when he finally decides to go for it and like run and like they find God's thumb, that's what it's called, right? It's got onions and fresh water.
Yeah. Something like that.
He fucking sent it. He was like, you know what? Like, I'm sick of taking other people's shit. Like, I'm going.
Now that we're talking about it, it's almost like these guys are different sides of the same coin, because Ed, his soul isn't weighed down in the slightest. He is the guy's practically floating. Nothing gets to him. He's so pure. Stanley has so much on his mind constantly with, his family troubles, now having to go dig all these fucking holes. Like, that kid, that's why he's so fucking anxious, right? Like, he's got a lot on his shoulders.
Weight of the world, man.
Weight of the world for Stanley Yelnats. I could say that name all fucking day.
Yeah.
But you're right. When it comes down to it, they're both able to do what needs to get done from different ways. Stanley's way is almost in like the pressure makes diamonds way, whereas Ed's is like he can see this path so clearly because there's literally nothing else clouding his head.
I love you. That was the most well articulated statement you've ever had in this podcast. Yeah, chef's kiss that shit. That was very good. I like the way they said that, because I agree. Like, pressure makes diamonds versus nothing to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Good Burger's great. Holes is a great fucking movie. I want to, I want to.
Also,
I wish
it up, boom. I mean, that's great.
When he finds the lipstick in Holes, the bullet lipstick.
Yeah.
That woman that plays that character,
the blonde woman,
that is like the runner,
from
Ginger.
Who run? Okay, I thought you were talking about in the flashbacks.
She's really good at that.
That's
role.
Sigourney Weaver from like Aliens and Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you're correct.
I know,
but like I don't, I didn't know, like I didn't know, you know. But then
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, she is. She nailed that.
Yeah,
and kind of so the old guy's famous too. Who is the old guy?
Yeah, that's what the fuck is that guy's name?
Not husband. Who is that guy to her?
He just works there. I think they might have a thing, Mr. Sir.
He dreams of that.
Well, because there's that. Let me remember his name real quick, and then we'll, you know who we're talking about, right, Emily? What's that guy's name?
He's Angelina
John Voight. John Voight.
John Voight.
He is Angelina Jolie's dad. Angelina Jolie's dad, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Do you think he can curve a bullet? I think that's where she learned it from.
Just like your old man. But there's that part in Holes where they are arresting Mr. Sir, and they're like, "Are you like Meredith or whatever?" And one of the other kids is like, "I didn't know Meredith was a man's name," and he goes, "It's not." What does that mean? What is that like? What does that mean for him though? And that why?
No,
is he?
Well, that's
what?
why he's embarrassed of it. He's like, yeah, it's not. I should be embarrassed. You think that he? Yeah.
The way that
that
comes
movie was
off,
ahead of its time.
It comes off as if he's like, it comes off as if he. Like,
but that's the thing is he wasn't.
hide.
Well, yeah, he was like hiding from the law. Like he was a fugitive. Like like when they found him, they were like, "Oh, like we've been on the hunt for you. You're not who you say you are."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if we look at it though,
yeah, how are these two sides of this coin going to match up against each other?
I
really,
think
when the fists start to fly.
You want to know what the thing is too? Is they're both like not coordinated people.
True. However, if we look at it, Ed's lack of coordination is an advantage, almost in the way of like Jackie Chan's Drunken Master. Have you ever seen those movies?
No.
They fucking rule. But he's like a drunk guy, and he like that.
But I know
that's
what you
lets
mean.
Him do
like
good kung fu.
Like the way that I look at it is like they say like when you're drunk and you like fall or something, you're less likely to get hurt because your body's just limp. Like you don't. Whereas if you fall and you're not, and you like stiffen up because you know you're about to fall, and then you get hurt. You just gotta go limp sometimes, man.
Yeah, and Stanley is and also Stanley would start swinging first, I think, because again he'd be like, oh my god, his fight or flight would kick in and would be like just these wild uncoordinated attacks, and Ed somehow he'd be like and then like
he'd be
and then accidentally like
he would be doing a lot of this,
like fucking smack him in the face.
he would like still be dodging like the first punch, and like the second one would be coming in, and like Stanley would be opened up, and Ed wouldn't even realize it, and he'd be like, "Well," and he would like sucker Stanley
and just
like knock him out.
Yeah,
just
straight up. I think that's
I think that's all she wrote. I agree. I think Ed wins this fight.
Absolutely.
And I'm pro Stanley. Like I think he showed a lot of grit in that movie. Like he goes in there a bitch, and he comes out like with some sandpaper to him.
The lives of everyone at that camp are changed because of Stanley Yelnats and his bravery.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're here today to give him the Kennedy Honors Medal of Freedom Purple Hearts.
Is that what it's called?
No.
Did you make that up?
That was just a bunch of different ones combined.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely locking in Ed.
Locking in Ed from Good Burger. Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who would win of the week?